Good morning. It's time for our daily devotion. Well, I was going to try to talk about something else today, but I guess I'm going to join the rest of the world and talk about the eclipse. I usually try to do something a little different than everybody else is talking about, but today I think, given the importance of the event that's happening in our world today, perhaps it's a good thing for us to draw a spiritual parallel. As best I understand it, today, in the middle of the day, the moon will block out, in some parts of our country and world, completely block out the light of the sun. And it will get dark like it's nighttime, and it will be quite a spectacular event. And if you're prepared to look at that event, I'm sure it's going to be quite interesting to watch. But you know what? There is a spiritual parallel in the fact that many of us have an eclipse of the sun, S-O-N, in our life on a pretty regular basis. What we are designed to do as believers, as followers of Jesus, is to reflect the light of the sun, to reflect the life of the sun, to reflect the love of the sun. But unfortunately, in our lives, lots of things interfere with people seeing that light and that life and that love. Lots of things interfere with us being able to show with clarity and brightness who Jesus is in this world. I think the obvious thing is that sometimes sin becomes an obstacle, but sometimes it's not bad things. Sometimes it's just an accumulation of busyness, an accumulation of good things, not necessarily the best things, but good things that interfere with us being able to reflect who Jesus is to this world. Now, this afternoon when the eclipse happens, there are going to be lots of ramifications of the light of the sun being blocked out. Signs and lights that turn on automatically at dusk when it starts to get dark will turn on. And some folks say that the birds will begin to sing their evening songs. They'll be confused about what time of the day it is. Plants that reach toward the sun, if you've ever been in a field of sunflowers and you've seen how they reach toward the sun, that's not going to be as evident, obviously, when the sun is blocked out. There are also consequences to having an eclipse of the S-O-N, because when we are not projecting the light and life and love of Jesus to this world, there are consequences. Negative consequences. You and I have been called to be light in this world. Not the light, but a reflector of the light. And so today, as we celebrate or observe or take note, or maybe some of us totally ignore the eclipse of the S-U-N, let's not allow an eclipse of the Son of God to affect our lives and those around us in a negative way. Shine brightly, my friend. Shine Jesus brightly to this world in its darkness, and be the light that you were intended to be. Now, go make it a great and bright day, and I'll see you next time.